Good to see you. First of all, why now the right time to step back into management, and why Burnley?
Well, I think many reasons really. I've probably took some time to reflect and had some much needed time in the sense of where I was. It's been a very hectic run for me, from playing career to then obviously managing in the thick of it all. So certainly the rest that I've took in the last year or so has been very helpful. And then moving on to this football club, really, so I think it's a fantastic opportunity for me personally, in that sense, to get back into the cutting edge of it. And where I see myself at this present moment in time is in the place of a real freshness about me to go and get on with the job here and what's needed to be done.
When you say time to reflect, what did you need to reflect on?
Well, many things. Look, when you're in the heat of the battle and you're in amongst it as a coach or as a player, and you're on that treadmill, sometimes you don't have a bigger view, because as a coach and as a manager sometimes you're on it and you're going some, really. So I think it's probably just give me some time to get off the treadmill as such, terminology, and just to reflect a little bit. Things we've done well, things that need to be improved, build up the energy and the desire which I have and the pure passion in me to go and do the job that I know I can do and I want to do, really. So it was a big part of it, really.
In that time, were there other offers, and if so, can you expand on that? Can you give us any indications to where those offers came from, and also why it wasn't quite right for you at that point as well?
There was offers, yes, but like I said, it just wasn't the right time for me, really. It was I wasn't in a position at that moment in terms of what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go in that sense and get back into work, really. So I wanted that time to, like I said, just recharge a little bit and just go over things in my head and get to the point where I am currently now, really, and excited, enthusiastic about this chance and this opportunity I have now.
I think you said over the last couple of days as well, you've been speaking with Burnley for some time, so can you tell us about those conversations and what you've been able to glean from them?
Well, it was a long process, I must admit. It was a real thorough process in terms of to get to this position in that sense. And I think, to be fair, looking back, that was probably a real positive as well, because getting to know ownership a little bit more, instead of having a real understanding of the football club and where they position and where they see the football club, and just getting that real intimate understanding of someone was very crucial for me. So yeah, like I said, it was a long process, 2, 3, 4 weeks really, and them conversations were happening over that period of time.
Obviously, your first role in England since leaving Bournemouth, and I'm going to ask you about whether you feel you come here with a point to prove, which seems almost silly given that you obviously got Bournemouth promoted, you got Fulham promoted as well, so you've got a track record there.
Yeah, look, I think as a coach or anyone that sits in the chair, you've always got something to prove, and for sure, you know, I come here with 2 promotions with 2 different football clubs, but ultimately this is a new challenge for me. And yeah, I think we've all got something to prove. This is a team what have obviously been relegated last year. The season before had real success in terms of getting out of this division. So I think it's not just me in that sense. I think it's everyone who's associated with a football club with something to prove this year, and that's exactly what we need to do.
You kind of touched on it there as well. When Vinny came in, obviously he took Burnley straight back to the Premier League as well. Is that the bare minimum that's expected of you, that you expect as well?
Yeah, that's the aim. That's the aim. And you know, Vinny did an incredible job in that sense, and has left a good bones of a football club in that sense. He's obviously gone on now, but for sure, you know, we have a very good squad here. And of course, I've been in the building for 2 days, so as you can imagine, there's a lot of work to do in terms of understanding things and seeing the general dynamics of the team. But for sure, the aim this year is for us to be competing at the right end of the table and trying to take this football club into the Premier League.
In terms of that work that you've got to do between now and